Why did the movie fail at the box office? Why did Keanu Reeves reject filming a sequel? And in a few minutes, we'll tell you everything you need to know about Doug Liman's Dark Universe and Constantine's potential return to DC. So don't swap or click away, because here is Constantine 2 First Look. Peter Stormare, the actor that played Lucifer on Constantine, stirred up a lot of confusion online on November 13, 2020, when he posted a photo by Total Nerd where they said, "In Constantine, Peter Stormare plays one of the best versions of Satan in film history." And it wasn't the photo that was the problem, it was the caption. "Sequel in the works," said Stormare in the caption, and the internet went ablaze. People immediately started talking about how they wanted a sequel to Constantine, and speaking of which, why didn't we get one so far? First of all, the movie came out in 2005, it was successful, people loved Keanu, Peter, and Rachel, and on top of all that, the movie was based on the popular DC Comics Hellblazer comic book, so they had plenty of material to work with. So what gives? Where's the sequel? Well, we'll tell you what gives. There were several reasons, and the first one includes Keanu Reeves. After doing Constantine, Francis Lawrence, the director, was looking forward to making a sequel. He even said that he wanted one, but Keanu Reeves didn't share his enthusiasm. Back then, he said that he hasn't done any roles that he thinks are worthy of a sequel. Ouch! If that doesn't kill a sequel, we don't know what will. However, Reeves changed his mind in 2014. During a Reddit Ask Me Anything session, one fan smashed that like button just like you should do if you haven't done so already. But no, in all seriousness, the fan asked Keanu if he would ever do a sequel for Constantine since the fan loved the movie. To this, Keanu replied, "I love Constantine too. I loved playing John Constantine. I wish there was a sequel with me in it." Okay, so now we have two actors that are stoked for the movie, but it's about 2 decades too late, don't you think? And of course, we have to acknowledge that Constantine wasn't a smash hit, it was an average supernatural movie where the superhero battles divine forces. The movie did okay. It used up $100 million and made about $230 million at the worldwide box office. It wasn't a flop, but it wasn't a smash hit that production houses would fight tooth and nail for. This is why the sequel didn't get greenlit right away.
I was born of this!
Superhero movies are hard to get right. You can either make a smash hit like Avengers, or you'll create a movie like Ghost Rider. We don't blame you if you don't remember it, wish we could forget it. And in the cruel world of Hollywood movies, where it's nearly impossible to make an average movie, Constantine did just that. It wasn't a total flop, but it wasn't a smash hit either. So it was hard to make a sequel that excited the production houses less than it did the public. Seeing that making a sequel was going to be troublesome, they decided to make a TV show by the same name. Again, the material was plentiful, so if a movie was never going to be made, why not try their luck with a TV show? They're a lot cheaper than the movie, but you have to come up with compelling and original stories for each of the episodes. This is where the comic book series came in. With Matt Ryan playing John Constantine and Angelica Kalaya playing Zed, the show made 13 episodes featuring the Demon Hunter, but the show didn't attract the audience NBC wanted. So they killed it after the very first season. Since then, we've seen Matt Ryan make an appearance on Arrow during some crossover events, but that one season was pretty much the end of it. All of this being said, it's still possible that the show will be rebooted. You know, Peter Stormare's post, Keanu Reeves' change of heart, and the new movie that DC plans on releasing could potentially bring back Keanu's character from the dead, just like Lucifer did at the end of the movie. Speaking of which, is it possible to create another movie after the first one? Did it end on a cliffhanger?
But when you cross over, time stops.
Well, as we all know, the saga started with a scavenger finding the Spear of Destiny, which pierced Jesus Christ. This spear will later give birth to the son of Satan, Mammon. In the meantime, a detective by the name of Angela Dodson had a twin sister named Isabel who committed suicide by jumping off the roof of her psychiatric hospital. Not believing that a devout Catholic like her sister would ever commit suicide, she starts diving deep into the death of her sister. Upon watching the security camera footage, she hears her sister say the name Constantine just before she jumps. Now Angela has only one goal: to find this man by the name of Constantine.
You already knew that, didn't you?
Go home, Angela.
I need to understand.
When she does, Constantine isn't interested until he sees the demons chasing after her. He protects her and then believes she has some higher purpose in life. He goes to hell, confirms that Angela's sister committed suicide, but Constantine also tells her that she did it for a reason. She was the powerful psychic that Mammon would use to bring the mortal world to its knees, so she killed herself. At this point, Angela reveals that she also has supernatural powers but has kept them hidden from the world as she didn't want to be deemed crazy like her sister. They use Angela's power to find Balthazar, the demon who tells them Angela has been chosen to give birth to Mammon, the son of Lucifer. An invisible entity takes Angela and kills Balthazar. After locating her, Constantine and a young man named Chas Kramer come to a psychiatric hospital to save Angela. The two exorcise Mammon, but then the same invisible entity kills Chas and attacks Constantine. We later find out that it's Archangel Gabriel who nearly kills John Constantine in an attempt to release unspeakable evil that would bring the sinful human race to its knees. Only those who survive will be deemed worthy of God's love. Before she could pierce her with the Spear of Destiny and release Mammon, Constantine slits his wrists, and that brings Lucifer to Earth, and he has promised to come and personally collect the demon hunter's soul. John tells him that Gabriel, his son, and the Spear of Destiny are waiting for him in the other room. Not wanting to be overthrown by his son in the insurgents that would follow, he bursts through the door, takes the demon corrupting Angela, and then sends him to hell. After killing Gabriel, Lucifer returns to collect the soul of John Constantine. Before he can do so, John's soul is redeemed by the sacrifice, and Lucifer, not wanting to leave his soul to God, cures his cancer and allows the demon hunter another chance at life, hoping he would sin even more. So this left a lot of potential for a sequel. The second movie could have continued exactly where the first one left off. John could have returned to killing demons and embarking on new bone-chilling adventures. However, the factors mentioned above prevented this from happening. Still, there was another movie that made headlines. DC's Dark Universe wouldn't focus on the heroes from the Justice League as they couldn't deal with otherworldly phenomena, so they envisioned Dark Universe, a movie in which heroes like John Constantine would get together and fight some divine or demonic forces. Doug Lima was supposed to direct this movie by DC and Warner Brothers, but we guess the Dark Universe isn't happening after all. While they were waiting for a green light, Lehman received a green light from the Lionsgate for Chaos Walking. Due to conflicting schedules, he was forced to leave the first movie. Now, this doesn't mean that the movie is dead, it just means that we'll probably have to wait a little while longer for Dark Universe. On a related note, would you like to see Keanu Reeves as part of Dark Universe, or would you prefer a standalone movie? You can tell us in the comment section below. If you'd like to see more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.
You could have shot me, John. You chose a higher path.